Okay. Okay. Am I supposed to hear myself because I'm not audible? Bright, say something. Let me see if I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Michelin?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear
Let
you.
where is Vivian? She should come.
Okay. Text her and see.
Okay.
Hi, Vivian.
Hello. Yeah, I
Okay,
think
so I
this
can
is
see you
better.
now. Yeah.
Let me try sharing my screen again.
Okay.
Please let me know when you can see it.
Okay.
Or could it be that you can't see it because I don't know. Maybe others can see it because it says that I'm sharing the screen, but I don't know. Seems you're not seeing it.
Hmm. Okay, can you send the slides so that somebody can be operating it when you are presenting from here?
Okay, but like I don't think the operating it is the problem because it says that
So he
I'm
might be able
currently
to
sharing it. I
he
have a
might be able to share
feeling
it and
it's
then be operating it for you whilst it's ongoing. Okay, good afternoon to you all. I welcome you all to today's session with Student Connect Ghana. This is a virtual fair with Student Connect Ghana hosting the University of Birmingham. And so I'm your host, Mr. Fianu, an education counselor with Student Connect. And I'll be taking you through a few things. We are delighted to have you here with us today. Just a few things that we'll be looking at. Number one is who we are, our Students Connect, what we offer, why you would be safe to run your application process through Student Connect as a study abroad interested student or international student. And then we also have a here from Vivian Odoko, who is from the University of Birmingham. Okay, so to dive right in, I'm sure many of us have had the challenge of having to submit your application. Uh, Maybe you get stuck at a point along the line of your application process. Maybe you submitted the application, you never heard from the school, or you were able to even submit it, you go and offer, but you are yet to even enroll. Some of us have also applic- done the application, got an offer, got to the point where we have to take the interview, and then we never passed the interview and all of that. Now, this is the reason why Student Connect Ghana is here with you. Um, who we are, first of all, we are a global based higher education consultancy or recruitment firm that will enable you get that rewarding international education experience once you come into contact with us. Also, we with our HQ based in the UK, we have partnership with most of the institutions there. And of course, this is the reason why we have the University of Birmingham here. With our partnership with the University of Birmingham, there's a lot of opportunities you can enjoy, okay, if you decide to study in the University of Birmingham. Now, we have four outlets. Of course, Ghana is one of them. So we have Student Connect Ghana, we have Student Connect UK, we have Student Connect Bangladesh, we have Student Connect Dhaka, we have Student Connect Nigeria. Okay, but today you are with Student Connect Ghana. Okay, and I'll be looking at a few things that you would note or you would enjoy should you proceed with Student Connect Ghana. And one thing is you get to enjoy free counseling sessions with any of the counselors on the team. Okay, so here with the able counselors that we have, and every department that is on board with Student Connect, we're able to help you gain admission at University of Birmingham using your qualification, your current qualifications. Okay, we also look at your budget. We also look at your choice of course, and this is one of the things that you get to enjoy free counseling sessions till you have we have done the application for you to get the offer from the University of Birmingham. Um, One other thing we look at is a personalized approach where we consider the location you are looking at. So if you are looking at Birmingham, then we direct you to the University of Birmingham. We also look at the rankings you're looking at, and of course, UOB is a Russell Group University, so you are the right place. Um, the course specialization, whatever you want to look at, whatever course you're looking to pursue, the course availability, what entry requirements you need to meet, and all of that. The postgraduate career opportunities that you would like to look at before even proceeding with the application. This is all that you get to enjoy with Student Connect Ghana. One other opportunity you get to enjoy is where Student Connect helps you looking at your current qualification. You're able to tailor your qualification to the entry requirements of the university. Okay. Um, Sometimes English language is then the challenge, but there's always a way to go about it, and Student Connect is here to help you. And so, meeting the entry requirements of the institution to ensure you successfully submit your application and gain an admission successfully, Student Connect is here to help you. Okay. Now, another thing is working with the university to an agreed scholarship or fee reduction that will enable you proceed using your budget is one thing you look at. There are several opportunities coming from £1,000 to a particular amount, depending on the agreement the university comes or dwells on with Student Connect. Okay, one other opportunity you get to enjoy should you proceed in terms of your application process with Student Connect is the credibility interview. Now, we provide you with an in depth guidance on credibility interviews with universities, with UKVI. When I say UKVI, I mean the United Kingdom Visa and Immigration Team. Okay, so what we ensure we do is we look at whatever is required of you. We ensure we prep you for whatever interviews that is upcoming. Now, you may or may not take an interview until you are invited by UKBS to take an interview with them. Usually it is with the university, and that's where we come in and prep you for such an interview. And of course, we've had students passed all these interviews and gained their CAS and proceeded with visa application. One more important support that you get to enjoy with Student Connect is the visa application support. Here we walk you through the visa application. Uh, we advise you on whatever challenges, whatever requirements UKVI will further ask of you. If it is an additional document, we advise you on how to go about it and then ensure you are up to task with whatever UKVI is requesting of you. And from there, uh, you earn your visa from the UKVI. And the purpose of today's fair is to let you know about Student Connect first off, and then hear from the University of Birmingham themselves with a rep that is here. And so, if you've got a study abroad interest, you are in the right place, and you don't know your way around. This is the right place. You are stuck at a point of the process. This is the right place. You want to hear from the University of Birmingham. This is the right place. And we have Vivian Idoko from the University of Birmingham to talk you through whatever you want to hear about the University of Birmingham, whatever opportunities you have with Birmingham, whatever postgraduate or post-study opportunities you have with the University of Birmingham. She's here to enlighten you on whatever opportunities you have with them should you study at the University of Birmingham. We also look at questions. If you've got any questions, there's a question and answer session. So you can be writing down your questions uh, as the entire presentation is ongoing. You write down your questions, and if it is to me, you ask me. If it's to Vivian, you ask her as well. Okay, so Vivian is here from the University of Birmingham. We would hear from her as well. Vivian, please, you have it. You have the floor. Hi, Vivian. Can you hear me? Hi, Vivian. Can you hear me? I think Vivian is yet to hear me. So whilst we wait for Vivian, we'll just look at a few concerns about studying abroad. A lot of times we don't know the way forward. We don't know even how to start the entire process, what documents to even submit to get an admission from any university of your choice. Um, there are lots of times where you may even know your way about the entire process, but definitely something gets you stuck at a point. You can, if you can hear me, you can let me know at least one. We'll take one or two of them, then we address it. Whilst we wait for.
Hi, Micheline. Thank you for that
Okay.
introduction of Student Connect. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear you.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. My name is Vivian Idoko. I'm the Regional Recruitment Manager for the University of Birmingham. I'm glad to be here today to, tell you about the opportunities that we have at the University of Birmingham. So I do have a presentation to run through very quickly before we start the session. So I think Bright is helping me out with that at the moment. Um, let's see. I'll try to share my screen again before Bright sorts it out at his own end. Let's see if this works. Can you see my screen, Micheline? Can anyone see my screen?
No, I can see you um, and your background. That's it. Not your presentation. So whilst Vivian is sorting out the presentation, um, I can take you through a few documents that you would require for a successful application. Um, the list is what we can do. Whilst once she comes back, we can listen to her and all
Okay,
that.
Micheline, you said you can't see my screen, right? Is that correct?
Yes, please. Still not visible.
Okay. Um, all right. I'll just start before the run through it without projecting.
The
Maybe if
slides.
Bright gets it sorted on his end, then we can see it.
Okay.
All right. So thank you very much for your patience. So I'm just going to talk briefly about the university itself. I'll talk about the University of Birmingham, and then I will also talk about the city that the university is located in, and then the courses that we have. And I'll also talk about the fees and scholarships available at the university. So, University of Birmingham is a Russell Group university. So, some students might ask, what is Russell Group? So, if you're familiar with the Ivy League universities in the US, this is like the Ivy League in the UK. So, it's a group of top ranking universities, and University of Birmingham is a founding member of the Russell Group universities in the UK. Also, this group accounts for approximately 65% of research income, 56% of PhD, and 30% of international students in the UK. So you can see that the Russell Group universities really contributes to the educational sector in the UK. Moving on to the city itself, University of Birmingham is located in the second largest city in the UK, which is Birmingham. Birmingham is home to multinational companies, small and large businesses as well. The university was also founded in the 1900s. In fact, we are celebrating our 125th anniversary this year. So you can see that it's a university that has been established for quite some time now and is very much grounded in the education sector. It's a campus based university and it sits on over 276-acre land. So it's a very massive campus in Edgbaston, UK. And also, it's home to a good number of overseas students and overseas staff as well. So it's an internationally friendly university. The university has also produced about 10 Nobel Prize winners as well. Okay. The city itself is a very vibrant and interesting city. 40% of the population in Birmingham are under 25, and also 40% of our students stay back in the city after graduation. This just indicates that there's a lot of opportunity available to students in the city of Birmingham when they are done with their graduation. So you don't have to worry about
Hello, everybody. Okay, so it looks like Vivian is a bit off at the moment because of connectivity issues. Whilst we are waiting for her, like we were talking about, we'll look at some of the documents that you would require to successfully submit your application to any university of your choice. Is the number one thing you need to have. If you said you want to travel abroad to study, the number one thing you need to look at is a valid passport. It's not one that is expiring in the next 2 3 years. No, it's for 10 years. So it should be, if you applied for it last year, it should be, you should be looking at maybe 2033. You should be looking at 20. It should be there about 2035. But it should be a valid passport. That's number one. So if you have applied for your passport, now is the time to be following up on it so you have it. Okay. You should be following up on it to get it. Once you have it, you can proceed with your application. Now, another thing to also look at, if you are looking to submit an application, we would also need your, if you have ever applied for a visa before and you've been refused, the next thing to look at is the refusal letter. Now, a lot of you tend to receive the refusal letter and then discard it. Now, that is an error, or that is not a good practice. And what you need to do is keep the letter, the refusal letter, whether Canada, It was a USA refusal letter. It was a UK refusal letter from whichever year, 1980. You should have that letter because what you would be requested to show it for, or the purpose for which you'd be requested to um, present the refusal letter is to be assessed in terms of what reason you were refused for. Okay, so if it's for maybe insufficient funds, that is subject to change. So, of course, if the purpose for which you were refused was funds, insufficient funds, then it means that from 1980 till 2025, maybe you've been able to gather or raise more funds for your initial deposit, for your tuition fees, for your living expenses. So it is subject to change over a period of time. That can be looked over, or that reason means that maybe there's another opportunity for you to be given the visa. Sometimes it is either a ban for a number of years. Sometimes it is either for maybe fraudulent reasons or purpose. Maybe the bank statement, for some funny reason, the bank statement is the reason why you were refused. There's always um, the opportunity to be considered again. So you need that letter to show the reason why you were refused so that they can consider the reason why they should also give you another opportunity to get the visa. Okay. So don't discard whatever refusal letter you have received from whichever country it is. Every country is interested in every refusal, any refusal letter you see from any country because they would like to see the reason and then look at considering the student for another opportunity. Another thing you should look at is your certificate. So all academic documents, your certificate, your transcript. It depends on the current qualification you have or the next education qualification you are looking to achieve. Now, sometimes students have um, a master's already. Some students have masters already. Now, some countries wouldn't encourage you to get a second master's, or they'll need you to explain to them for them to understand why you need a second master's. And this is where Student Connect comes in and counsels you in terms of which university to proceed with in terms of applying for a second master's or not. Sometimes we would have to ignore or not mention at all your master's qualification in either your CV or in terms of uploading the documents to the university or at the point of submission to the university. Okay, so it could be your bachelor's, maybe your current education qualification is bachelor's. So we'll need your transcript from your bachelor's, whatever course you read, the certificate, we'll need um, your WASI as well. Some people don't understand why you need your WASI, but it's part of the academic documents. Some people may have an MBA and be wondering why such a university or the country would need your WASI qualification. Now I'll look into that as well. That is a special. I'll dedicate one um, number of documents to English or to WASI. So yes, your certificate, your transcript of the current qualification that you have in terms of your education. Sometimes some students have uh, attended the only school they've been to is an international school here in Ghana. So then we look at your 12th grade documents, we look at your 10th grade documents as well, transcript, certification. We look at all these, and then we use these documents and then coupled with other documents to submit the application. Now, another document that is very key is the academic reference letter. Now, this is where some students find it difficult, but I think there's always an approach to getting what you want from your alma mater. Okay, so with your academic reference, let's say you read your course at UG, what you need to do is go to UG campus. the University of Ghana, go to your campus. If it is University of Winneba, I suggest to go to your campus because it is going there that enables you get a quicker and a faster response when it comes to your academic reference letter. Okay. It has to be number one thing you need to look at. It has to be on the letterhead of the university. So whichever university, whether it's UCC, is UG, UPSA, University of Winneba, it has to be on the school's letterhead. Okay. Um, Another thing that because anybody can draft a letter and say I studied here and so so and so, it could look like the lecturer actually drafted it for the student. Meanwhile, he sat in his house and drafted it and then just submitted it. Now, what makes it unique is the letterhead. Now, another thing that your academic reference letter should have is the signature of your supervisor, or it could be endorsed by your lecturer friend while you were on campus. Your lecturer friend you were close to, or um, you could go to the admissions office of your university and get it endorsed, but it should have the signature and stamp of the university, the signature of your lecturer, the stamp of the university. This makes it unique to the university. This makes it different from any other drafted letter. Um, it makes it legit. It makes it legit from any other drafted letter, and it shows that this is indeed coming from the University of Cape Coast. It's indeed coming from the University of whichever university you are coming from as your alma mater. Okay, your academic reference, it needs to be endorsed, signed, stamped on the letterhead of the university. Now, the second reference letter is your work reference. Your work reference. Sometimes we are able to submit the application without the two, but upon submission, the university will come back asking for conditional documents, or asking the students to meet certain conditional requirements with regards to the documents, and usually it is either the work reference or the academic reference. So we could progress with submitting your application, but once the university comes back to say that you need an extra reference letter, they will specify. If it is a work reference, it will be specified so that you can go. Now, with a work reference, wherever you've had your internships, whether it's 1 month, 3 months, 2 months, wherever you have worked ever before, you could get your work reference from there. Um, where you did your national service, your director, your supervisor, you can go to him or her to endorse this or give you a drafted work reference. Now, it should be on the company's letterhead, like the academic reference. That makes it legit. That makes it look authentic, because it could you could as well draft any letter and say it is a work reference letter. Okay. But once it is on the letterhead of the company, maybe uh, allied company, or maybe uh, Student Connect Ghana, it should be on Student Connect's letterhead, so that I would prove that you were indeed there. Because the letterhead is not usually accessible to just anybody, but to prove that you were indeed an employee or a staff of that company, the letterhead will be granted to you with a letter from your supervisor. It should also be signed, it should be stamped by your supervisor as well. Basically, in the letter, they should state that you worked with them, so from so so and so year, maybe 2012 to 2015. Michelin worked at Student Connect Ghana, and they should deem you reputable, or deem you highly recommended by the company to the university because you worked with them. They should vouch for you in terms of your response to responsibilities, your duties, whatever roles you were playing at your workplace. Okay. The same goes for your academic reference. When you enrolled, should be stated in the letter. When you completed, should be stated in the letter. Then your response in class, the lecturer should basically deem you commendable to the university as a student who once studied with your alma mater. Okay, now that goes for the reference letters, either from your school or your workplace. Now, another thing to look at is the statement of purpose. Now, this sometimes is challenging for students. It gets funny now with a statement of purpose. You want to not sell yourself short to the university in words, okay? In words. Now, you should start by introducing yourself. And when I say introducing yourself, you mention your name, you can add your country. Introducing yourself here means that you need to give them a full background of your academics, probably from your most recent one, maybe bachelor's, okay? Maybe bachelor's. You can start from there. What GPA, CGPA you came out with, the course you read, whatever combinations you had, especially those who went to UG, whatever combinations you had, um, some of the courses that were challenging for you, and some of the courses that encouraged you or inspired you to say you want to study the particular course that we are applying for you. Do you understand? That is an introduction. Start with an introduction. You should have a heading, of course, as well. And then the introduction continues. Now, you need to explain what inspired you to want to pursue the course we are applying for you. Okay, that is the next thing to look at whenever you're writing your statement of purpose. Now, you need to let them be convinced. Maybe you want to do nursing. Okay, you want to read nursing with the University of Greenwich. You need to ensure they understand what reasons you dwelt on to say you want to study nursing. Do you understand? Okay, so we have Vivian back again.
I do apologize for the technical issues. So I was talking for a while and then I realized that I'd been thrown off. So I don't know
Um,
where to pick up from. I don't know where it all went off. I don't know if you can
right from the
remind me. Sorry.
beginning. Right from the
All right.
beginning.
Right. Okay. All right. So
That's
I'll
no
start
problem.
afresh. So
Okay,
I'll just
thank
start
you.
by talking a bit about the university, and then I'll talk about the courses we have available, our deposits, and I'll also talk about the scholarships that we have. So because I cannot present because it's not allowing me share my screen, so I'll just use the slides and hope that you get the main information. So University of Birmingham is a Russell Group university. It's some students will ask me what is Russell Group. So if you're familiar with Ivy League in the US, so this is like the Ivy League of the UK. So it's top ranking universities in the UK. And there are 24 universities that make the Russell Group universities in the UK, and University of Birmingham is one of them. This group accounts for approximately 65% of research income, 56% of PhD, and 30% of international students. So you can see that the Russell Group universities do a lot in the education sector in the UK. Moving on, the University of Birmingham is located in Birmingham. Birmingham is the second largest city in the UK after London. So there's a lot of opportunities available to international students in terms of jobs, and also, like the student life there is very interesting, and Birmingham also has a very young population, which makes the city very vibrant as well. The city is home to international students and also staff from overseas. So it's a university that is welcoming to international students as well. And the university has produced about 10 Nobel Prize winners as well. Next. So 40% of our students stay back in the city after graduation. So this just indicates, the opportunities that are available in the city. So if these opportunities were not there, the students would not opt to stay back in Birmingham. So it just shows that even after your graduation, there's potential for you to get a job in Birmingham. But it's okay if you want to explore other cities in the UK. But just knowing that those opportunities are available to you at Birmingham, really, it's a good one to explore as well. The university is the only UK university to have its own train station. We're very happy about that. and the train takes you directly to the city center in just 7 minutes. So if you do have, some part-time jobs to do there, or you just want to hang out with some friends in the restaurant, or just visit some very lovely areas in the city center, you can be in the city center in just 7 minutes with the train. There are other modes of transportation in the UK, in Birmingham, of course. So, like the buses, you have the e-scooters, you have bikes, you have Uber rides. So all those options are available to you. As a student, you do not need a private car to survive in the UK because the public transport system is quite efficient. Okay, excuse me. Also, we have a good number of postgraduate and undergraduate courses available to international students. We have over 600 postgraduate taught courses. So I'd advise that if you're considering applying to any of our programs, the easiest thing for you to do will be to go to our website and look at the course page for the program you're considering. So on the course page, you'll talk about the course, the modules on the program, the tuition fees, and how to apply. So you can apply directly online, or you can also apply through Student Connect. Student Connect is one of our trusted agents, and they can apply, they can submit an application for you through their agent portal. Okay, so the process of application for a postgraduate student is that once you submit your application and you've uploaded all the documents required, if you've gotten the required grades, you'll be issued a conditional offer. So for most of our courses, we require a second class upper and above, but for some courses, they can also consider a second class lower. But that would depend on if the student has substantial work experience. So that's something that we can also consider, but that depends on the student's work experience. So if you've met all the conditions of the offer, you'll be issued a conditional offer, and then you'll be required to pay an initial deposit of £3,000. And after you've paid your initial deposit, you get an unconditional offer, and then your CAS is issued afterwards. So for our university, we do not use CAS shields, so we do not run any pre-CAS interviews. So your CAS is issued automatically after you've gotten an unconditional offer, so you do not need to do a pre-CAS interview. Also, we are the most targeted university by top employers in the UK at the moment, meaning that when employers are looking for graduates to employ, University of Birmingham is one of the first universities they look at. And this is something that students are very keen to know about, what is the employability rights like in your university after studies. So I would say it's pretty high for us. And I also have a testimonial from one of our international students about the Careers Network. I'll just read that out very quickly. So it says, I've taken advantage of Careers Network, careers advisors on multiple occasions. They helped me with internships, student experiences, and spicing up my CV. There's so much going on, and it's only after I started university and started to take advantage of these opportunities that I really gained and appreciated how much the university has to offer for students. So you can hear what an international student has to say about the Careers Network team. So what the team does is that they help you in, getting part-time jobs, internships. They also help you with your CV design, your cover letter. And if you have an interview and you're nervous about that interview, they can even run a mock interview for you just to prepare you so that you're confident enough to show up for your interview and get that job that you desire. So I would say when you're at the University of Birmingham, please do take advantage of the Careers Network team. They're there to help you achieve your career goals. Okay, let's move on. So, a good number of our international students have gone on to work for very prestigious companies in the industry. So, some of these companies include Rolls Royce, HSBC, Microsoft, GSK, Shell, Google, World Bank, Apple, PwC, Nestle, and these are just some of the companies amongst others. So these are some of the prestigious companies that our graduates have gone on to work for. Okay, so for undergraduate applications, students are required to apply through UCAS, and we do not accept the WASI for direct entry into year one. But if a student has completed their first year of an undergraduate degree in Ghana, we can accept that as a foundation year for them to apply into year one. So that's how it goes for the undergraduate programs. And you're required to apply through UCAS. And once you apply, the admissions team will consider your application and they would issue you an offer if you meet the entry requirements. So every undergraduate course would have its entry requirements. They could ask for 3 A's in your IB, A levels, or foundation, or they could ask for 2-1 and above if you're applying with your first year university foundation results. The first deadline for undergraduates was the 29th of January. That's for equal consideration. But students are allowed to apply up until the 30th of June for undergraduate applications. However, for postgraduate applications, our deadline is the 12th of May. In the past, this has been extended till the 30th or 29th of June, but I wouldn't advise you to wait till last minute. It's better for you to apply as soon as possible. Okay. Also, I have an alumni profile here. It's from Stephanie Yeboah from Ghana. She studied MSc Advanced Chemical Engineering at the University of Birmingham. Stephanie currently works as a gas network analyst at National Gas Transmissions in the UK. And Stephanie says, my degree played a significant role in helping me secure my position as a process engineer and network analyst, both of which were recommended to me by members of the university. So this is a very lovely, this is a very lovely testimonial from one of our alumni, and she's also from Ghana. So you can see that the university has a lot to offer in terms of career prospects. So I'll move right to our scholarship so we can have a chat about that, and then we can, take some questions. So like I said earlier on, the university is celebrating its 125th anniversary. So the first scholarship that I'll talk about is the 100 scholarship, and that is for our postgraduate taught students. So this scholarship is available to any student who is applying for a postgraduate taught program, and it's an award of £5,000. So once you get your conditional offer and you pay your deposit of £3,000, you'll be awarded that scholarship, and the scholarship is £5,000 discount on your tuition fees. The next scholarship is the Business School Scholarship. This is for every postgraduate student that is applying for a business master's. So you get an automatic £5,000 as well. And then we have the Business School Dean's Award. We have an award of 10,000, we have another of 15,000, and of 25,000. So these awards are 10 awards each for 10,000 and the 15,000, and 2 awards for the 25,000. So these awards, you would have to apply for the scholarship. So if you're considering a business course, I would advise that you apply as soon as possible, because you only get the link to apply for this scholarship when you've gotten an offer. So I'd advise that you apply as soon as possible. We also have the West Africa Postgraduate Chancellor Scholarship, and that's £10,000. This award is run through our agent partners such as Student Connect. So what we'll be doing is that we'll ask Student Connect to nominate the postgraduate students that they believe are eligible for this award, and then the scholarship team would select the student based on academic merit and give them that £10,000. So the £10,000 can be combined with the 5,000, giving the student a total of £15,000 scholarship. Also, the undergraduate students could potentially get a scholarship of £5,000 as well, and that's a scholarship that we run through our agents. So that's it for the UK scholarships. University of Birmingham also has a campus in Dubai, and we run both undergraduate and postgraduate courses in our Dubai campus. Dubai is gradually becoming a business hub, and it's a good place for students to study as well because there's a lot of career opportunities there as well. Our Dubai campus is located in the academic city and is a very lovely and modern campus built for purpose, built for the students. And we recently had a careers fair at our Dubai campus as well. And there are loads of multinational companies there to advise students on the potentials of getting a job in Dubai after studies. At Dubai campus, we are offering 40% scholarship for postgraduate students and also for undergraduate students. So these are our scholarship packages. I know that it might be a bit tricky getting your head around everything, but that's why Student Connect is also there to help you through the process. So thank you very much for listening. I hope that this has given you, a brief overview about the university, and hopefully you would have some questions as well. So I'll be here to help out with that. Thank you. Hi, Micheline. Are you still there?
Yes, please, I'm here. Hope you can hear me.
Okay. Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, great. So, oh, somebody said you are not audible. Please, I hope you could
Oh,
hear her. Please, Ahido, can you
but
confirm if
Micheline, could you hear me?
yeah, I could hear you. Please, Ahido.
Okay.
Okay, yes. So questions, we'll take the questions. You can send them to the chat space. Okay, great. Peace, you've confirmed. So she could hear you. So you can
Okay.
send your
All right.
questions to the chat space. We'll take them one by one. So Priscilla AC Kumsin has sent her first question. She says you should go over the scholarship available again. So
Okay.
whilst Vivian is
Priscilla.
going through that, you can quickly send in your questions in the chat space so we go through them. Okay, thank you. Vivian, please, over to you.
Okay. So Priscilla, are you a postgraduate or undergraduate student? So I know where to focus more on. Okay, yeah, so postgraduates. So for postgraduate students, we have an automatic scholarship of £5,000. We also have the West Africa Chancellor Scholarship. So that's the one that I was explaining that we run that through our agents. So Student Connect is one of our agents. So what we'll do is that we'll ask Student Connect to nominate their top postgraduate students, and that will be sent to the scholarship team for them to award the £10,000 to the students who are high achievers in their studies. So it's based on merit, the 10,000. But if you get the 10,000, you can combine that with the automatic 5,000 and get a total of £15,000 scholarship. However, the £5,000 scholarship is automatic. You don't have to apply for that, and it's not based on nomination, but there's an extra 10,000 that you can also potentially get if you're selected for it. I hope this explains the packages. Also, for business related courses, we have an automatic scholarship of 5,000. But then we have other awards that you can apply for, which is the £10,000, £15,000, and £25,000. And this is for the business school. So any student who is thinking of applying to the business school, you have an automatic £5,000, but you have the opportunity to apply for other scholarships as well. I hope that helps.
Okay.
So should I just run through the questions, or how should
Okay.
we go with
So somebody is also asking if they can get the requirements for postgraduate thoughts. Okay. So for that,
okay.
I'll share my number with you at the end of the session.
Um
Whatever course you're looking out to apply in, we would actually take the documents from you. So we'll send you a list of documents that will show the
can
entry
I
requirements reports. But Vivian too has something to say about the requirements as well.
Yes, just a little thing to add. Thank you so much, Micheline. So, for our postgraduate thought programs, we do not ask for IELTS as long as you've graduated from a university in Ghana. So, you do English is waived for Ghanaian graduates, basically. So, what you will need to present is your degree certificate, your transcript, your personal statement, also known as statement of purpose, and your reference letters, one academic, one professional. So that in general, in a nutshell, that's what you need to provide. But for postgraduate students, I also advise them to include a CV if they've been working for a while since they graduated. So those are the requirements.
Okay. The next question it says, can you provide the link
Okay,
for?
so I can see another question.
Okay.
Okay, so I can provide the link for the University of Birmingham. So I'll just drop that shortly. Um, So this link takes you to our postgraduate thought page. You can find the course you're interested in, click on the course, and it opens up the course page. Like I said, you can apply directly on our website and select Student Connect as your agent, or you can visit the Student Connect office and they can submit an application for you through their agent portal. Application fees are waived if you're applying through Student Connect. So we have application fees for some courses that are very popular, just so that we don't have loads of applications from students who do not qualify. So if you're going through our agents, we believe that our agents would have checked your documents. So if you're going through Student Connect, they would have checked your documents, and we can waive that application fee for you because they'll be applying through their agent portal. Okay. Somebody is asking, can I talk about the hostel facilities? Okay, I believe that's the accommodation. So we have accommodation on campus. It's a campus-based university. Everything is in one space, and it's a very massive campus. It's sitting on over 270-acre land, so it's a very massive one. But we have different accommodations available. So the accommodation cost will be about £400 a month to about £1,000 a month. The reason why there's that huge gap is because there are different types of accommodation. For example, if you're living in a shared flat where you have like a 5 bedroom shared flat, you have your room to yourself, but you'll be sharing the kitchen, common living area, and toilet facilities. So those type of arrangements are usually cheaper. But if you're looking for an en-suite accommodation where you're not going to share bathroom facilities, it will be a little bit more expensive. And then if you're looking for a studio accommodation where you don't share anything at all, you have your kitchen to yourself, your bathroom, and your bedroom to yourself, that is going to be a bit more expensive. So I would say that there's affordable accommodation for students, and if you're looking for affordability, Birmingham is the right place to be because it's cheaper than London, cheaper than Manchester, cheaper than Edinburgh as well. So it's a very good city to live in if you're looking for like a budget friendly city, basically.
Okay. I'm seeing some still asking about the scholarship. She has already gone through that. Do you have any more questions? Any more questions? Please feel free to ask whatever content you have, whatever questions. Feel free to ask your questions. Okay, so Dorcas is asking, what about working and studying?
Okay, thank you, Dorcas. Thank you for bringing that up. Students are allowed to work 20 hours per week during term time. and full time during the holidays. So the reason why students are limited to 20 hours per week is so that they can also concentrate on their studies. So yes, students can work while studying. However, you have to stick to the 20 hours per week during the term time. During the holiday, if you get clearance from the university, you can work full time. So that's when you can take up, some internship positions in the company, and that will be a full time role during that time. Internships are, a lot of internships are also paid. So you'll be earning some money when you're gaining that work experience as well. So yes, students can work, and Birmingham is the right place to be if you're looking for part-time jobs because, like I said, because it's such a massive city, there's a lot of multinational companies, small businesses as well. Because as a student, you can pretty much take up any part-time job just to make that extra income as well for your living expenses. So it's a good one to do.
Okay. Any more questions? Any more questions? This is the time you have, you have with the rep directly from the university. So whatever questions you have with regards University of Birmingham, feel free. This is the time you have to ask and clear out every clarification, clear out every doubt. Okay. Do you provide assistance with securing a visa after admission letters issued?
Okay. So I'll allow Micheline to talk about this because this is why we have trusted agents like Student Connect. So Student Connect will assist you from the application stage to also the visa stage. So once you've gotten your offer, Student Connect will be very happy to assist you with your visa applications as well. So that's something that they're able to do for you.
Exactly. So like I said, we'll leave our contacts at the end of this session. We, from application, getting you the admission with University of Birmingham, through the interview, credibility interview, till you have your class, and then we run the visa application with you. We walk you through the entire process. We ensure you have your visa, and then you enroll successfully at the University of Birmingham. So yes, that's the reason why Student Connect is here. I'll leave my contacts so that you can reach out in terms of everything that has to do with the application process. So Kingsford, yes, would help you with the visa application.
So Dorcas is asking about scholarships. Okay, I'll run through this again. Dorcas, are you a postgraduate or undergraduate student? Okay, so if you're a postgraduate student, we have an automatic scholarship of £5,000, and we issue that scholarship after you've paid your initial deposit of £3,000. So our initial deposit is £3,000, and afterwards you get an automatic scholarship of £5,000. However, we have another scholarship. This is not automatic, but we're running it through our agents, like Student Connect. So it's a award of £10,000. It's called the West Africa Chancellor Scholarship. So we're going to ask Student Connect to nominate some of the postgraduate students that they believe um, should get the scholarship, and that will be sent to the scholarship team, and then they will select students based on academic merits. So if you get that additional 10,000, that will be a total of £15,000 for postgraduate students. So undergraduate students, okay, Dorcas is she's asking for postgraduate. So for postgraduate, you can potentially get £15,000 scholarship. So the £5,000 is automatic, and the £10,000 is based on merits. So those are the two packages we have. And for if you're looking at a business course, Dorcas, I don't know what course you're looking at, but for business programs, there's an automatic scholarship of £5,000 and a merit-based scholarship of 10,000, 15,000, and 25,000 pounds. So the merit-based scholarships as well, you have to apply for them, and that's for the business school. And again, our initial deposit is £3,000. After you've paid that, we're going to issue you an unconditional offer letter and also issue you your CAS letter to apply for your visa. And then when you get to the UK, your remaining tuition fees, you can either pay it per semester, so that's 50% in the first semester and 50% in second semester, or you can arrange a monthly payment plan. Last year we had up to 8 months installment, so where you start paying from October to May the following year. So you'll be allowed to pay installmentally for 8 months. Um, Question here says, is international students giving stipend or medical insurance? Okay, for stipends, I think it comes from when a student is fully sponsored either by a local scholarship board or by an external scholarship body that is fully sponsored. But as a university, we do not have any fully funded scholarships, so we do not give the students stipends or so for the medical insurance, that's something you pay for while you're applying for your visa. So that is called the IHS fee. I'm sure Micheline will talk to you more about that when you visit their office. So if you pay the IHS fee as a student in the UK, you get your medical care for free. So your IHS covers for any medical care you get in the UK while you're a student. So that's pretty much how it works, and you pay for that during your visa application process. I hope I've answered that question, Priscilla. Okay, so for Dorcas, Dorcas is asking, from what I said, you'll be awarded £5,000. Won't that pay my tuition? Okay, so from what I said, yes, you'll be awarded £5,000, but that will not pay your full tuition fees. So it's a partial scholarship, not a full one. So you still have some of your tuition fee left for you to pay, and that's why I was explaining that you can pay that in installments when you get to the UK.
Okay, let me add to what Vivian just said. So, in as much as you are getting the £5,000, it won't be handed to you as cash. It's a fee reduction for you. Okay, it's a fee reduction for you. So, it won't be handed to you as cash that you would use as your initial deposit or amounts that you can use as part payments for your fees. So, you would definitely have to pay your initial deposit to even get the confirmation on the £5,000 taking off your tuition fees. Okay.
Yeah. And it says, do you require a bank statement as part of the documents for application? So for the application for the program, no, we do not ask for bank statements. However, when you visit Student Connect and you get to the stage of your visa application, they'll start preparing you for that bank statement because you'd require that for your visa application. So because they need the bank statement for your visa, they will start preparing your mind and what you need to have in your bank statement before that stage. So for your application, the university would not ask for it, but for your visa, yes, you'll be requiring that bank statement.
Yes. So to add to what Vivian said, you'll be required to show proof of funds that you can actually afford your tuition fees, your living expenses for at least one academic year. That's when the bank statement comes in. So maybe at the beginning of the application process, you may not be ready yet, but you'll be prepped to be ready for the visa stage. Okay. Somebody's asking, and with the postgraduate, okay, Doctor's still on the scholarship, and with the postgraduate 10,000. She needs some more light on the postgraduate 10,000.
Okay, so the postgraduate 10,000 is not an automatic scholarship. It's a scholarship that, um, if, for example, you're applying through Student Connect and Student Connect has nominated Dorcas as a student who is deserving of the £10,000, what we do is that we collate all the nominations and we send it to our scholarship team, and students will be awarded the scholarship on a basis. So that is a merit-based scholarship. So once you get the 10,000, you can add it to the 5,000, and it's a total of £15,000. Let's assume your tuition fee is £30,000. So that means that if you get the £15,000, you have £15,000 left to pay, and that's something you can pay in installments when you get to the UK. Okay.
Okay. Do we have any more questions? Any more questions? Ooh, any more questions? At least one more question. Okay, so
Okay.
Sahida says, what's the average tuition fee for a business program?
Okay, so for our business programs, the tuition fee it ranges because we don't have one tuition fee for all our courses. I know maybe some universities have that, but for us, it depends on the program and the requirements for the program. So I would say it ranges from about £29,000 to about £34,000. So depending on which course you're looking at, if you go to our course page and make sure that you select Ghana as your country, it would automatically bring up the tuition fee for that program. How I wish I could share my screen, I would have done like an example for you, but I tried several times and it's not working. So I believe that that's something Michelin can also help with when you visit the Student Connect office. If there's any program at all that you're interested in, once you click on the course page, just select Ghana as your home country and you automatically see the tuition fee on the right hand side of the page. I hope that
Okay.
helps.
There's another question on the average tuition fee for postgraduate nursing
Okay,
and
so
public health.
for postgraduate nursing and public health, I would say it's in the range of about 26,000 to about £29,000. So again, that is on our website. So if, for example, you're a nurse, we have an MSc nursing program. It's a 2-year program. Once you're done with the MSc nursing program, you get the NMC registration, meaning that you'll be a registered nurse and you'll be able to work in the UK. So it's an amazing program because not all masters in nursing comes with the NMC registration. So but our program comes with it. So if you're interested in that, I would advise that yes, you can do that program because you become a registered nurse in the UK. We also have the MPH, is a masters in public health. It's a 1-year masters, and like I said, it's in the range of about 26 to £29,000. And the exact tuition fees on our website.
Okay. So should we consider that as our last question? We'll take one more question. If you have one more question, please go ahead. We'll take one more question. Then we call it
Okay.
a day. One more question. Okay,
So,
thank you.
yeah, so Kingford is asking about graduate assistantship. So, from what I know, in the UK, graduate assistantship is not popular for master's students. So, UK universities do not provide graduate assistantship for master's students. This is something that is popular in the US, and I get that question a lot from students. However, if you're doing a PhD program, once you get a supervisor, you can ask that supervisor for graduate assistantship opportunities. So that's something that you can potentially get for PhD programs, but for masters, we do not have that available. And I can see another question. Please, is there anything like fully funded or monthly stipend? No, we do not have any fully funded scholarship as a university. However, if you apply for some local scholarships like Get Fund or like Get Fund, we could potentially honor that scholarship as long as payment is assured. We can honor such scholarships. Also, if you apply for the Chevening or the Commonwealth and you do get it, we can also honor those fully funded scholarships. But as a university, we do not have any fully funded scholarships at the moment. And no stipends as well. Says
Okay.
then Micheline, I'm gamed. Okay, I think that's for you, Micheline.
Okay. So I'm leaving my contacts in the chat space, and then contacts of two other counselors. Mine is the first, so you can feel free to call. The second is another counselor, Samuel, then Andrew as well. So feel free to give us a call. You can quickly copy it or take a screenshot, and feel free to reach out after here so we can run your application. September intake is already ongoing. The applications are is open now with UOB, so you can quickly reach out to any of the contacts displayed, and whatever courses you're looking to pursue would work with you to get your admission, work with you through till visa application, you secure your visa, then you are successfully enrolled. So quickly take a screenshot, copy the text, and then reach out to any of our counselors for us to run your application. Um, this brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you so much to all who connected. It's been a long 1 hour 20 minutes. Thank you so much for connecting. Thank you so much, Vivian, for taking us through. Thank you for your patience on reiterating that bit on the scholarships. Thank you all our students, potential students, Priscilla, Peace, Dorcas, Emmanuel, Kingsford. Thank you all so much for connecting and then um, at least asking for your clarification on every content that you have. We have another virtual fair tomorrow um, as well. So feel free to connect as well to learn some more. And finally, this brings us to the end of today's session. Thank you so much. If you have more
Thank
questions, please, you can call the numbers or text the numbers to get your questions answered. But this brings us to the end of the session. Vivian, you wanted to say something?
No, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you to Student Connect. Thank you for providing this platform for me to talk about the University of Birmingham. And I'm glad that, students have connected to this session today. And I do hope that you choose Birmingham and come to Birmingham. And Student Connect is always there to support you. So thank you.